Morning, guys. Coming at you from week 18 of my shortcut to shred workout. I am 6 weeks into the workout, which is actually 7 weeks because I haven't been doing 6 days a week. And last week was a rough one. I only got through 3 days, which was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. And then I didn't hit Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. My diet struggled a little bit too. It was a setback week, honestly. I had some competing interests because I went to a heavy game con on Saturday for a long time, and so I didn't work out Saturday. Friday, I thought it was going to rain, and my Jeep doesn't have a top on it, so I kind of used that as an excuse not to get to the gym. So it was not a great week for my workout or my diet because at the game con I ate a bunch of junk food. But, you have to recognize it as a setback and then move forward, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So this week I'm going for 6 days, which will be my last full week of Shortcut to Shred, which is super exciting. I think I might have said that last week too, but I was wrong. So this is my last full week, and so I'm going to go for 6 days, which is going to be, I'm super pumped. This weekend's Memorial Day weekend, so I should have time because we're not really doing anything. But today, I wanted to talk to you about the apps that I use, the mobile apps that I use during my workout. I think a lot of people use a lot of different apps, and so I think it's helpful to see, what I've been using because I think I have a good system set up, and it works really well for all parts of my workout as well as my diet. And so we can just dive into those. So the first thing and the most important thing that I find is my diet app, mobile app, and I use Lose It. A lot of people use MyFitnessPal. I've actually heard that MyFitnessPal is better, but I'm on Lose It. I like Lose It. Hi.
Hi.
It works well. I like the app a lot. It never glitches. I am busy. Oh, thank you. And I didn't do that. Yeah, so Lose It is the app that I use for logging my diet. I like it a lot. Good story.
Good story.
Good story.
Tell it again. Tell it again.
Shut up.
Am I helping?
No.
There you go, dickwad.
All right, here we go, guys. Got Laura's phone to use as a camera so that I can look at my phone instead of staring at your faces.
Best mic ever. You're welcome.
So I'm just going to jump into Lose It here, and my goal is going to be able to put this on the screen so that you can see what the hell I'm looking at. But for now, I'll just talk into this thing, and we'll figure it out together.
I'm going to make breakfast.
So shut up over there, you. I told her. So Lose It. So you've got a few different tabs. I only use a couple of them, but I'm sure there's like more stuff in here. I just don't care about it. So the first one on the left at the bottom is called My Day. And if I go into My Day and look at calories, it'll tell me how many calories I've had every day for the last 7 days. It sets a goal, but I actually don't know if I care about the goal because I have my own goals. And
Sorry, I just washed my hands real quick. Which you should always do before you cook.
if this was a cooking show, that would be wonderful advice. All right, so I can see my calories. It'll tell me how many calories I am under budget, which is cool if you set your goal correctly. I don't because I'm an idiot, but I also know what my goal is, so I just kind of go with what I know. If you slide over to the right, there's nutrients, so it'll tell you for the last 7 days what your fats, carbs, proteins have been, and for that day what your fats, carbs, proteins have been in terms of percentage in grams, which is really helpful for me because I know exactly how many grams of each I'm supposed to have. So when I hit my numbers, it's there for me to tell me. And then it's got bonuses and challenges. I ignore all that crap. I don't care about that. Switching over to the log, which is actually where I log all the food that I eat down to the last gram. It breaks it down between breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and it actually tracks your exercise as well if you have like an Apple Watch or an exercise watch of some sort to tell it, what you're doing, which I do. And so it will actually, from the very top, there is a bar that shows a few different stats. You've got your budget of calories per day, which, like I said, mine is not really accurate, but it's a helpful thing to have. The food that you've had for the day, your exercise calories, which tells you how many calories you've burned, and then the net calories that you've had for the day, which is the amount of calories you had in food for the day, subtract the amount of exercise that you've had, or calories you've burned from exercise, and that gives you your net calories for the day. And then, so that's the number all the way on the right, which is right, we'll say under, right, for Sunday, May 20th, tells me I'm under 441 calories, according to my budget. My net calories was 1,600, which actually is pretty low for me. Makes me think that I forgot something. Nope, I didn't. I just didn't eat a lot of food. And so it's really helpful to log your calories and your in calories and grams, and to tell you all the details that you need to know. Because if you're going to hit the gym and if you have goals, whether it's leaning or bulking or whatever it is, the diet is the most important thing. Anybody who works out will tell you that. If you're not paying attention to your diet, if you're just going to the gym and just pumping iron every day, you are making it so much harder on yourself. You have to have a good diet. And you have to tweak that diet along the way. It's not static. And this helps me. I can go back and see the last 16 weeks. What did I eat 16 weeks ago? What do I eat today? What's the difference? And really see my progress, which is very important. So yeah, I find that very helpful. Like I said, you can add in, they make it very easy to add in things to your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all that stuff. And there are additional premium features, but like I said, I don't pay for those because I'm cheap. But they're probably pretty cool. There's a social tab. I don't use that. Apparently I'm not social. There's a goals tab. Don't use that. Don't care. And then there's a me tab, me profile. I don't use that. I don't care. And that's pretty much the whole app for me. Wow.
Am I shut off?
Yep.
Solid app review though, baby.
All right, had to switch environments. My wife is cooking. Crazy lady. All right, so that's Lose It, which is the app that I use to log my diet. I find it to be the most important app that I use, and I think if you tried it out, you'll love it. Either that or, like I said, MyFitnessPal is also a really good one, but I've never used it. I've just heard really good things from everybody who does, so I'm sure it's good. The next app that I use is Body Space. It used to have a former name. I don't remember what it was. But Body Space, I use that just to get the program, the bodybuilding program that I'm on. So right now I'm on Shortcut to Shred. Body Space gives me access to Shortcut to Shred. It shows me what workouts I'm doing for the day. And so if I go into Body Space, I can see, it's going to give me some stats. It associates me with my phone number. That doesn't matter. It's going to tell me how many workouts I've tracked, how much weight I've lifted from those workouts. It's going to tell me what workout I've done. And so, for instance, today I did shoulders, legs, calves. This says untracked, but what I do is I actually will log the day that I log a day behind. And so I did shoulders, legs, calves today, but I won't actually log it in here until tomorrow. And that's just something that I put in place because of the way that I work out. I'm sure that you could log it the day of. It would make just as much sense. So this one's going to show me untracked. But if I hit track now, I can go into and see, okay, it's telling me to start with dumbbell step-ups, barbell shoulder press, and there are 10 different workouts it's telling me to do. Shortcut to Shred is a lifting and cardio workout, which means that after every set of lifting, I do a minute of cardio. And so you'll see here barbell shoulder press and dumbbell step-ups. So I do barbell shoulder press, and this week was 2 to 5, so it was heavy weights. And then I do a minute of dumbbell step-ups. Same thing for dumbbell shoulder press, one-arm kettlebell swings. And so it's a very grueling workout. The app does a good job of telling me how many sets I have to do, and it'll tell you how, what muscles you're using for each workout, what equipment you need for the workout, in the exercise type. It's always, oh, that's weird. It's not always strength. I don't ever look at exercise type. It's obvious what the type is to me, so I don't really care about that. But, it is helpful. And so you can actually log your workouts in here, I believe. Yeah, if you hit track now, you can actually log your sets right into Body Space. I don't do that because I actually find that Rep Count, which is a separate app I'll show you in a minute, is much more helpful and easy to use when you're logging your sets. I like it a lot better than I like Body Space's app for that. And so I don't use the tracking feature. So what I'll do is I'll go into Body Space in the morning when I go into the gym. I'll look at the workout that I'm doing for the day. I'll go over to Rep Count, and I've got all those workouts saved. So I'll just start a new day, drop all those workouts in, and I'm off and running. But I still come back to Body Space to see a few things. One of them is form. So every workout has a video, which is really helpful. It also has an instructional page to tell you exactly what you should be doing. For barbell shoulder presses, a certain width that you're supposed to have. There's a certain lift you're supposed to do. It's very helpful to make sure that you're doing the right form to do the workout correctly, which is important, especially when you're doing a heavy lifting day like this, where it's a lot of weight. If you're doing it wrong, you're going to hurt yourself. And so it's very helpful to show me what I need to see there. And then like I said, I see the not only the lifting side but the cardio side. I don't use anything else in here. I will just track. Let's finish later. Let's go back. Okay. And I don't use anything else in this app. I just use it to see the program. I'm sure there are a bunch of other things you can do in here, but that's all I use it for. Now, the last app that I use is called Rep Count. This is another free application, and it also has, as you can guess, premium features that I don't pay for. Now, if I go into Rep Count and I show you guys what I'm doing, if I go into Rep Count, first thing I'm going to see is it's got my log, which is the most important screen that you have. It logs all my workouts, and it shows me, it keeps a history, so I can go all the way back to September 2017 when I started doing this. And I can see all the workouts that I've done for the last 8 months. I can see now that I am, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. This should have been 35. Okay, so I can see that today I did day 36, shortcut to shred. It shows me the date, shows me the month, shows me the year, really helpful. So what I do, like I said, is I go into Body Space, I see which workout I'm doing for the day. I come back to log rep count. I look at my log. I can go back to the day that I've done this workout before, because Body Space shortcut to shred uses the same workouts every week. It alternates them. And so I go back, I add that, I go in here, and I say, use this button down here to say I want to repeat this workout, which means I can just copy paste everything into a new day, and I'm off and running. It's got a routines tab. I don't use that. It's got a statistics tab. I don't use that. You have to pay for that. And it's got more. Let's ignore that. And so I use it for the simple features, right, which are being able to log my sets. So if we go into today, I log deadlifts. You can see it lets you log each set, the weight you used, the reps you did, and notes. So you'll see, like, for today I put in attaboy at the end of the deadlifts because I was killing it. It actually also shows you, which I find really helpful, in a grayed out version in the notes, what you put in those notes the last time you did that workout. And so sometimes if I go into, I didn't put good notes in any of these. Okay, if I go into lifted feet weight crossover abs, there's a bunch of typos in here, but it is helpful. I put in here in the last time that I did 8 5-pound weights 3 times over and back. And that's to help me remind myself how that workout works, because sometimes you forget. And so it's really nice that they put that grayed out note in there so that the next time I can either copy it in again, or I know that it's there and it reminded me of how that workout was done. And I usually use it to say stuff for motivational notes, like good job, killing it, fuck yeah, all that good stuff. So if I go into weight reps notes, that's really it. It also has a time feature on the top up here, a timer. I don't use that. I could, but I don't. I have. It's nice, I guess. And that's really all I use rep count for. Logging the sets and going forward. I actually don't log any of my cardio because it's just a minute of cardio. I could log a minute of jumpy jacks, but that just seems like a waste of my time. The final app that I use that I'm really not going to mention here because it's too obvious is the clock, which I just use for a timer. So if you look here, I've got it set on 1 minute 3 seconds, so then I start it and I do my cardio for a minute. Not really worth mentioning. So those are the apps that I use when I'm doing my workout, when I'm logging my food, all that good stuff. And hopefully this was helpful for you guys to see and understand. If you're using different apps and you find that they're better than what I'm using, let me know in the comments. That would be really helpful for me. I'm always looking for better apps, easier apps, more convenience, and we can learn from each other. So thanks. I gotta run. Have a great day. Oh, I forgot about the most important part. This week's results. Just cut my head right out of the shot, huh? Okay, cool. All right, later, guys.